Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is LuckyBunz, and in today's video I'm going to be covering my 500 point climb to Legend in Pokemon Go Battle League Season 6. As always, if you do end up enjoying this video, please make sure to smash that like button down below. It would really help out with the YouTube algorithm, and if you want to see more of these Pokemon Go Battle League videos in the future, make sure to let me know in the comment section down below, and overall, if you want to see more Pokemon Go content, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So our journey starts in Ultra League Premier Cup. This is during the last portion of the season, so not the first rotation of Ultra League Premier Cup, but the second rotation. Now we actually started live streaming on Twitch around this time, kind of pushed myself to do it, so if you haven't done so already, definitely make sure to give me a follow over on there. You can find the link in the description below. So some of you may remember me posting in the community tab about a Kingdra, right? I built a Kingdra. And so this is kind of how it all started. I was previously running a different team. I believe what I was running before was Clefable, Scizor, and Swampert. Now the really cool thing about Kingdra is that it has access to an amazing move called Octazooka. Some of you may hate this when you're battling, but it's actually an amazing move to use, or at least it potentially can be amazing, because it has a 50% chance to debuff the opponent's attack by 2 stages, which is massive. Now keep in mind this is still a very RNG move. It's basically a coin flip. I've gone matches where I've thrown Octazooka 3 times and I haven't even gotten the debuff, so it's equally as possible to not get it. And so now that I had a battle ready Kingdra, I needed to build around this. So my friend Magic Marvs, aka Marvin, helped me do that. So I was able to come together with the team of Kingdra, Gengar, and Scizor, which complemented it very, very well. And then another one of my friends, Dodger22 fan, actually helped me practice a lot with this team before actually using it in Ultra League Premier Cup. So big shout out to those two. They definitely helped me get ready for what I was gonna have to tackle during that final week of Pokemon Go Battle League Season 6. At the end of the day, it still came down to me, but the practice matches really came through and the team composition was solid. And so now with my new team ready to go, it was time to push for Veteran. At this point, I still hadn't hit Veteran in Pokemon Go Battle League. We were nearing the end of the season, but with this new team throughout the battles and live streaming it, I was able to get a ton of great advice, tips, and just overall feedback in terms of how I was performing, maybe things I could have done differently, and so just the live streaming aspect really helped me grow with this team. So big shout out to everybody who tuned into the live streams during that time period and provided feedback. It really did make a massive difference, just thinking about things in a different way, thinking about how I could potentially play out certain Pokemon. Again, you know, it really comes down to those hardcore plays in Pokemon Go Battle League if you want to make it to Legend. Even if you want to make it to Veteran or Expert or anything along those lines, you have to be making those A-game plays, because your opponents are going to be making those A-game plays. And so before Ultra League transitioned into Master League and Love Cup, I was thankfully able to hit Veteran. We hit it, I believe, on the last day or the second to last day of that part of the season. And my overall goal for the season wasn't actually to hit Legend, it was to hit Expert, because I had never even gotten that high before in Pokemon Go Battle League. And so that was my personal goal, is to just hit 2750. That's an amazing accomplishment, that's growth right there. Now unfortunately, Master League was a very, very difficult part of the season for me, so I didn't actually partake in it. I did run some battles which just tanked my ELO, and honestly it was just a waste of time. For those of you who can make Master League work, kudos to you. I cannot. I definitely look at it as a very pay-to-win league and not something that's too doable to actually use to get your ELO up. I just personally felt like it would be better to wait things out and start to get an Ultra Premier Cup. That way I could shoot for Expert and hopefully attain my season goal. So now we enter the final portion of Pokemon Go Battle League Season 6. This is essentially the Open League portion, which means that Great League, Ultra League, and Master League are all available, including Ultra League Premier Cup. Thankfully they put that in. Last time they did not put Ultra League Premier Cup in, which was really, really annoying because that's kind of my strength. So thankfully they did put it back in, and this was a really, really big deal because this meant I could run all of my battles and potentially hit my goal of 2750. So the first day back, I was able to climb from 2473 all the way to 2605. This is my all-time high in Pokemon Go Battle League at this point. It was a really, really big deal. And on Wednesday, I was able to make a small push as well to 2646. Not too much overall, but again, gains are gains, so thankfully I was able to do that. But on Thursday, this is where we made a massive push in ELO. At this point, I wasn't actually streaming my battles because I knew that I needed to have my focus there if I wanted to even have a chance to hit 2750 during this season. I was casually doing my battles throughout the day as well, kind of during editing breaks and stuff, just when my focus was at its best, and so by the end of the day, we were able to make it from 2646 to 2750 on the dot. I really was not expecting to hit expert this early on. Honestly, I was just hoping to hit it before the end of this rotation, but thankfully we were able to hit it on a Thursday. Again, this was my season goal. I had never made it this high before, and so I was incredibly happy and proud of myself for improving this much and being able to learn and utilize my team effectively. And once again, we had 4 days left to hit Legend at this point. We had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday morning before the shift to Kanto Cup, which was going to be non-ranked. On Friday, I made another solid push forward to 2834 before actually tanking on my last set. We ended up going 2-3, so that brought us back down to 2818. Still, this was a positive day, and that's what ultimately mattered. And this is actually when Legend started to seem kind of possible to me, if I continued to play at my best, that is. Now, Saturday was the Kanto Tour event, and I had actually decided to skip it as it wasn't too appealing to me personally. Ditto and Snorlax were quest/raid locked, and those were kind of like the big ticket ones that I wanted. Definitely to be able to hunt Ditto, that would have been tons of fun. I mean, you still do get it from the quest automatically, which is really nice. It's basically like a freebie. But for the most part, I already had most of the shinies that were boosted during this event, and I felt like Niantic would honestly do something to mess it up. I mean, just looking at some of the past events that have gone through. A fellow YouTuber called Pogo Tips actually made an excellent video highlighting this entire event and kind of everything that happened within it, the good and the bad, of course. And I'll go ahead and link his video in the description below, as well as in the top right corner right now. If you kind of had mixed feelings about the event, or you just want a great presentation in terms of what happened in case you didn't play, I highly recommend watching it. Anyways, so I decided to run my battles earlier in the day. I kind of had in mind that people were going to be playing this event, and maybe some of them weren't going to be playing during the time that I was going to be running my battles. Again, if I was playing the event, I would not be thinking about Go Battle League. I'd probably do that at the end of the day. Of course, though, this was no picnic, as people of the rest of the world had, of course, already gone through their Kanto event day. Let's just say the battles were really intense. Almost every single one of them was a close finish, and at this point in time, I also decided not to record my battles just to avoid my phone overheating or lagging, plus the additional pressure. I knew that I had to be in my best mindset, and thankfully, that was the right decision to make. On the day, I was able to successfully climb 130 points from 2818 all the way to 2948. With 2 days left before the season ended, Legend was actually within reach. But unfortunately, things didn't go as smoothly as I wished they would. On Sunday, I actually waited most of the day to do my battles, just with a lot of anticipation. There was so much pressure going into it. I was 52 points away from actually hitting Legend, and with a good day and a good mindset, I could definitely do it. Unfortunately though, the RNG gods were just not on my side today. We were able to get a 4-1 at the start of the day, which actually pushed us all the way to 2991, and again, only one set away, right? I literally just need to get a 3-2 to pull it off. We were 2-2, and unfortunately, we ended up missing that last match by one single hit. One more hit, and it would have been mine. But unfortunately, we could not get it. And so that pushed us back down to 2979. And this is where tragedy struck. Paired with full extra large teams combined with bad reads and only 1 out of 7 Octazooka actually going through on the debuff, we got smoked for a 1-4 and we tanked. We tanked all the way down to 2932. At this point I was tilted, but I wasn't giving up. I did my best, but again, RNG was just not on my side, bad matchups, only 1 out of 5 debuffs actually going through. We ended the day at 2934, going 2-3 and then 3-2 to finish it off. We were now left with one final push, one final day to make it happen, but the odds were unfortunately stacked against us. At this point in time, I had to mentally come to terms that Legend probably just wasn't going to happen. People will be bringing their A game during their final matches, and I would need to have some crazy good sets just to even pull it off. I mean, we were 2932, we needed 68 points to get to Legend. And that's kind of a long shot with so much pressure and only 5 sets to get it done. So I decided to get a good night's rest. I woke up early the next day, going into my battles with a clear mind. I knew that was the best thing I could do instead of running them at 12 AM, because God knows I was still tilted from the last couple of sets. Now, unfortunately, on our first set, we ended up going 2-3, and we tanked down to 2917. But on our next set, we were thankfully able to pull off a 4-1, which brought us all the way to 2964. There was still a chance. 3 sets left on the day. Could we pull it off? We were once again within reach to hit Legend. A 4-1 would seal the deal. But of course, as we're going 3-0, we get hard countered in the last 2 battles, and unfortunately at the very last battle, they got a double debuff on their Kingdra, which pretty much guaranteed their win condition. So we took a 3-2 and we kept moving forward. With 2 sets left, I was convinced that we had lost our opportunity to hit Legend. But I kept going. We got another 3-2 and we were once again at the gate. The pressure was on. This was the last set of the season, but I told myself if I didn't hit Legend, it was gonna be okay. Of course, I was gonna be extremely frustrated at the same time. We were currently 1 win and 2 losses, and on the 4th match, we were able to pull off a crazy win. I really wish I could have recorded that match, but I'm also glad I didn't at the same time because there was just so much pressure going through me at the time. And now, with even more pressure, 2-2, what was gonna happen? We were right at the gate. Could we push through? And thankfully we were able to get a favorable matchup when it came down to it. It was my Scizor versus their Venusaur and Abomasnow. I knew that if I correctly played this, it was gonna be my win. And thankfully I was able to do just that. We successfully got off their last shield, took out their Venusaur, and launched the Iron Head against the Abomasnow to take the victory. At this point, we're 12 points away. I clicked claim reward, and I screamed when we hit 3004 rating. I had done it against all odds. The very last battle sealed the deal for me to hit Legend. At that point, I was just screaming my lungs off because I could not believe that it actually happened. I mean, for it to come down to the very last battle of the season, I don't think that could have been a better win. I mean, in history, even if I hit Legend again in the future, I don't think anything will ever come close to this moment. And that was it. That was my 500 point climb to Legend in Season 6 of Pokemon Go Battle League. I never thought it was possible, but I learned how to play my team really well, I counted moves, I got better at sack swaps, and overall I did my best to learn and keep growing. Once again, my goal for this season was not to hit Legend, but actually to hit Expert at 2750. The fact that I was able to hit Legend just shows that I was able to really grow with my team, learn how to play it to the best of my ability, and yeah, I mean, we climbed at the very end of the season, and I think that really does say a lot considering that it's a marathon. It really is a marathon to go through Go Battle League, and to hit Legend, it does take a lot of time. You do consistently go up and go down. It's part of the process, but you know, with the right plays, with a good mindset, I was able to get it done. And again, I am sorry that I wasn't able to record more of my battles. I would have loved to showcase some of the intense battles that I went through, but I knew that if I even had a chance to hit this, I'd have to be in my best mindset with the least amount of pressure going through my head. And so with that being said, I want to wish a big congrats to everyone who hit Legend this season, especially those of you who hit it for the very first time. And for those of you who didn't, Season 7 is still around the corner. There are plenty of amazing YouTubers and Twitch streamers out there to watch, and I really do recommend finding some that you like and watching them live stream it on Twitch. It's one thing to watch people do YouTube battles and kind of commentate over it, and it is a completely different ballgame to watch them do it live in front of an audience. There's a lot of pressure, trust me, I've done it before now, and I know that there is so much pressure when you're live streaming because you have to pay attention to chat, you gotta pay attention to your battles, you gotta make sure everything's going smoothly. It's a lot to kind of manage, and so for those people that were able to hit Legend on stream, that's even more of an incredible feat. So again, really do recommend finding some Twitch streamers that you like. If you'd like to watch me battle, you know, please consider following me on Twitch. I'll definitely be doing a lot of Pokemon Go battles in the future. And again, if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Now, one of the main reasons I haven't been uploading Pokemon Go Battle League content on the channel is because I didn't feel like my quality level was where I wanted it to be uploading that kind of content. There are so many amazing Pokemon Go Battle League YouTubers out there or Twitch streamers, and I just didn't feel like my content was on point. I mean, sure, I could showcase some battles and maybe you guys would enjoy them, but I just didn't feel the best doing it, especially because I was stuck below 2500 rating for the longest time. Like, I could not push past it. And if I can't even push past veteran status, I mean, do you guys even really want to be watching my battles? Probably not. At least that's the way that I thought about it. So I kind of used this season to learn and grow, and I used Twitch to kind of grow as well, without feeling the pressure of kind of uploading content that I didn't feel too fantastic about. Before I uploaded more Go Battle League content on the channel, I wanted to prove to myself that I could become a better battler first, and that's why I set that goal of 2750 to hit Expert, because I knew if I could hit Expert rank, then I had the potential to hit Legend rank. I just needed more time. And well, after hitting Legend, I do feel a lot more confident uploading more Pokemon Go Battle League content on the channel. I'll see what I can do moving forward. Again, let me know if you want me to upload more Pokemon Go Battle League content on the channel. I do want to upload more, but again, I also want my quality level to be top notch. So if I'm going to be showcasing teams, for example, or if I'm going to be trying out different stuff, I do want to make sure that I'm utilizing it to the best of my ability. The team that I obviously used to get to Legend this season showcased that I do have the ability to learn and grow and obviously develop a really good strategy around it, but with any team composition, it can be really, really difficult to get used to it and to learn the ins and outs. It took me a lot of time to practice this, and so at the end of the day, it really does come down to me providing higher quality content for my Go Battle League videos. I might take on shoutcasting in the future and maybe do like submissions. That way I can showcase some of your battles if they're really good as well, and I can kind of go through those teams. I would not mind doing that. But it just depends, we can kind of see what happens in the future. I wouldn't expect any videos from me in regards to Kanto Cup, but maybe you can expect some for Great League coming soon. We'll see if I can actually come together with a pretty solid team. Anyways though, that is everything I got for you guys in this video. Hopefully you did enjoy my climb to Legend. 500 points within this past week of Go Battle League. It was intense, by far the most intense grind I've ever gone through in this game, I think. Probably next to me hitting level 40 free to play for the first time. And with Season 6 concluded, I can officially say that I am Legend. Alright everybody, thanks for watching, and I will see you all real soon in the next one.